Hey everyone, it's Steven at Gutter Pop Comics in Buffalo, New York, 1421 Hertel Avenue. It is a little after 10 p.m. on November 30th, 2021. Tuesday night, the night before New Comic Book Day. And so each week we do a little video where we go through the week's new releases for our regulars and our mail order customers who follow us on social media. And we update our website, gutterpopcomics.com, about a week after the new books show up. So we do this so everyone who wants to reserve a copy of the new releases can do so without competing with the whole dang World Wide Web. So currently, this is the best way for us to make sure that folks who check in with us each week get a copy of the comics that they want. You can always pre-order, subscribe, but if this is your first time checking out the shop or what we've got going on, calling the shop, DMing any of our social media, or coming into the shop 11 to 7 tomorrow morning. Great way to ensure that you get a copy of this stuff. So, not a ton of new graphic novels for us this week, but very psyched to get a shipment of Strangers fanzine and some of the stuff that they present. And so, if you're unfamiliar, Strangers is a very excellent fanzine that focuses on, underground, indie, small press comics, weird comics that are, I don't know, dare I say, good. So, perfect timing for me to say just a general content warning. I'm flipping through a lot of these things blind, and so I don't know what we're going to get into sometimes. So, but shout out to Eddie and all the folks who contribute to Strangers. I think we have not had issues 6 or 5 in the store before. Holy moly, Ken Landgraf interview. Talking comics, 50 years. New York City Outlaws, maybe one of the best dollar bin comics of all time or $100 eBay comics of all time. Got to pick your poison on that one. So, also, Eddie, if you're watching this, I will have your money soon. But I'm going to sell a couple of these and then pay you, I think. I'm kind of goofing around. I'll just go ahead and pay you when this video's done. The shame I feel just making that joke. Okay, so I'm trying to think of how to tackle this. I guess since there's not a ton of new releases, I'll just go through all of the Strangers stuff first. So where do I start? This one will be brief because we actually just got a bunch of comics from Nate Garcia in the mail. And one of the things I should say about Strangers fanzine is that if I understand correctly, they do very limited printings of these comics. So it was very cool for Eddie to set a couple copies of us for us aside. But I think it's sort of up to the artist if they want to reprint or not. And so you may find more available versions elsewhere, maybe they just don't have this, I know the copy we got has a different cover. But yeah, so that's the rare first printing. Ooh, out of print. So get it while you can. I recently just learned about this. There's a Instagram account I follow that's comics Instagram that's super good. The Comics Hauler. Maybe it's just Comics Hauler. And they post incredible, the hit to miss ratio is 0. Or what I mean to say is 100? What is that? Every comic that they post is cool. And if I don't know the comic, then I have to find out what it is. They also do another account that's dollar comics hauler or something. So it's cool, just good looking dollar comics. So also worth a peruse. So maybe as I hold on this, your brain has started to twist and bend and what am I looking at? And it's I don't know if I can even really open this one up too much because it's sort of these almost wild, grotesque, like very erotically charged images. But I don't know. It made me think of like J.G. Ballard's Crash or something. Or should I have said Cronenberg's Crash? But really, really interesting. I can't wait to check that one out. So, so with some of this stuff, I mean, this is my first time learning of this cartoonist, Manning Ko. But this is the second issue, I believe, of Shoney Mike's Glassware. I hope that's right. Let's peruse, shall we? So I'm hoping that I'll be able to, these cartoonists that I don't know, that Eddie has done a wonderful job like curating and hipping us all to. Hopefully after this, I'll be able to contact them directly and maybe get the first issue of this stuff. And my brain kind of turns to pudding around this time of day, and so I might actually know this cartoonist the more I'm thinking about it. But so yeah, so I will be doing my homework trying to get more issues of that. But that looks really cool. Manning Co. I know that cartoonist. It's all coming back to me now. Trenchcoat Volume 1. Jake Machen? There we go. Put it right on the back for me, Jake. That's what I like to see. So this cartoonist rules, and it's all done in this like kind of faux 80s manga style. It's like we got like some Dr. Slump vibes, but like all weird and, you know, like Gogol 13 or whatever that was. But yeah, so totally drawing influence from like 80s manga, but also like done in this like cool like modern underground like style. So very good. Excited about that. Fellow Gutterman, Cam also does the Gutter Boys podcast. And I've liked their comics for a long time, but I haven't been able to get any copies in the shop. So very, very psyched to have copies of this for sale in the store. So I'm a big fan of Bryce Martin. So we just got a new printing of Ultra 8, their comic, and then this is another one of their like weird, like kind of Super Sentai informed comics. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to reading that one. Connor McCann, God Bless the Machine. Man, this one is sort of unfamiliar to me, but let's take a look, shall we? Wow. These are dense pages. Dang. That's what I like, Connor. Put it right on the back. Okay, all right. Yeah, hell yeah. Cool. Can't wait to check that one out. I think that's all the... Nope. Okay, so we got some crania? Crania? How do you think that's pronounced? Crania. I think this is like barbarian kind of exploitation stuff. So probably like... Dang, I don't know how you'd pronounce that. I don't know. I guess I was working on a you know, I was hearing like the way that it would sound like if like the guy who does like the old 80s like trailers for movies and stuff did it, like, you know, like that deep baritone. I guess it's like 80s and 90s. Okay, so totally shifting gears. This is from the Z2 line of like music comics. So they do this series where they work with different like bands and groups and stuff. This is Public Enemy. And so yeah, sometimes it's like, it's all over the place, like in terms of like content. So sometimes this is like just like science fiction or something, but graphic anthology. Okay, yeah. Nice. But yeah, so Z2's just been doing like these kind of music-themed graphic novels lately. So always kind of cool to see what they come up with. This is a new edition of the Spider-Man like storylines. Like this is where the Miles Morales character comes into the main Marvel universe, the 616, if you will. Pretty fun storyline, pretty violent. At least the second one is, and yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm a big fan of Lauren Barnett. Ruining Your Cat's Life. This is me. This is my cat. This is also me, also my cat. And so yeah, like their stuff's always super funny and weird and good. We've had a bunch of their comics in the store before. I'm excited. This one's not super new. We'd backed the Kilgore Books Kickstarter, and just like these copies kind of got lost in the shuffle for us. So this it looks like this came out a couple months ago, but first time in the shop, so I wanted to show it off. I really like Lauren's work, so very psyched to have that in the store. Okay, let's keep it rocking. We got a new Zits compilation. In the content warning zone, I cannot really show this one off. I'll try. Let's see where we're at. So this is like a really wild book. Yeah, I can't really do that one. But a dystopian allegory of surveillance culture and authoritarian control. A woman lives alone in a small house situated in a tiny yard surrounded by seemingly impenetrable wall. She spends her days reading, swimming, watching TV, but the simplicity is deceiving because she has no idea how she got there or what exists beyond the wall. I mean, there's more, but, really disturbing comic. Really good. By Bridget Archambault. So that's new to me, but really exceptional stuff. A New Blue Period. This has been like one of our better selling manga series. Now an anime. We got a new manga, Cheeky Brat, #1. I see a basketball. That's interesting. Let's take a look. I, Yuki, became the basketball team manager for one reason. I had a crush on the captain. Ain't that the way? Cheeky Brat. And then here's another weird one, Tremor Dose. This was published by Dark Horse, and so I didn't know what to expect, but it is pretty weird. I really like the art, but I feel like there's some content warning stuff. But yeah, just really strange looking. I love it. Ugh. Yeah, what is this comic? Written by Michael Conrad, illustrated by Noah Bailey. Really, really just fascinating. Everyone dreams, but are these dreams our own? Damn it, man. Okay, I think that, no. So we've got this. This is Brian Uhi, new to me. Our friends, I should say specifically, Jeanette at The Beguiling hipped me to this. So shout out Jeanette. The Body Condition, New Psychic Exploits for the Habitual Mind, 32 pages of quixotic offerings from the leaders of the betterment industry. So funny, I never usually read the blurbs on the YouTube or the video, but now I'm just going for it. So I cannot open this. So I took it out of the plastic so I could kind of show it off, but so I think it's like a zine with illustrations and there's like kind of fantastic writings, but that'll have to be for another time. So if you buy a silkscreen cover, really beautiful, but if you buy this, do me a favor and let me flip through it because I'm dying to see what's in there. And then that, let's see, got a new Uncle Scroogey. And this is like what's this? Something behind the Scrooge. So yeah, this is two collections. So we got a little bit of smut in. So this is the second volume of Shori's diary. This is sort of like an adultery, how do you say that? It's like she discovers that her husband is having an affair, so then she in turn decides to have an affair, but maybe things aren't exactly as they seem. The moral is definitely do not ever read anyone's diary. That is not a good look, Shiori. And man, I don't need to say anything about this one, but pretty cool. Oh my gosh, it went down down the hatch. So I'll do the kids' books really quick. The big, terrible transition, Stephen. Smut to kids' comics, but that's how it goes sometimes. Cat Kid Comic Club. This is the big one. New Dave Pilkey joint. Pilkey. So Tara O'Connor, one of the great cartoonists working today. Let's take a look, shall we? Wow. Tara drew the S out of this comic. So this is sort of in the young adult zone, but we're all going to read this one. Dang, some spooky horror. Look how dense it is. This is awesome, just awesome. But yeah, what bang for your buck, yeah, incredible. So big fan of Tara O'Connor. Fly by Night, that's the new joint. This is a single issue comic, but I wanted to just show it off because we got a bunch of them published by Mad Cave. Artists new to me, Walls, Josen Draws Myers, but D&D kind of stuff. It just looks great, and I was worried that maybe this would get by folks who are into the young adult boom kind of style stuff. So fantasy, year-old. It looks like they're LARPing. I think it's just their D&D game came to life, but it just looks really cool, and it looks perfect for, again, not just young adult, middle grade readers, but maybe folks who are into Adventure Zone or any D&D stuff. But yeah, so just wanted to show this one off specifically. So the last session, number 1, very cool. I'm a huge Drew Weing fan, and this is his kids series, but it's also some of his best cartooning, and he is one of the best cartoonists alive. So yeah, no, I love Drew's work. He's a lovely guy. I've spent a little bit of time with him over the years. I was at his wedding. So I'm a little biased, but you can just look at this, and it's Drew draws his ass off. And these are some of my favorite comics by him, period, regardless of the for kids or not for kids stuff. So shout out Drew. Shout out Margot Malou. Volume 3, we have 1 and 2 in stock. Not a comic book, but we love Shuri, and we get requests for these from time to time. So that's cool, little Wakanda mat. But that's the soft cover edition. We had the hardcover in. So nice. We showed it off twice. Yummy, the history of desserts. Love this drawing style. It's very video gamey to me, which I like. So yeah, history of desserts. And we got a Marvel Universe joint. This is all of the different worlds in the Marvel Universe. So if you've got a young person who's obsessed with Marvel stuff, it shows off Wakanda and Asgard and all that stuff. So pretty cool. So that's all the kids stuff this week. Yeah, like I said, not a ton of stuff. I'll go through the single issues, and this is one that I'm particularly excited about. Mike Mignola doing the interiors. Should have left one on. I've got one set aside for myself. It would have been very smart of me to kept it not, whatever this is called, shrink wrapped. So we could look at it. But so I'm pretty interested in that. New series, Animal Castle, for my fur heads out there, my furry friends. Batman Annual. Batman Detective Annual. You can tell it's the end of the month because they're just kind of going through the motions on that stuff. Final issue of Batman the Detective. This is Batman Fear State Omega. That's like wrapping up the Fear State storyline. This is like a different printing of this Commander Rowe thing. It's a one-shot, so pretty breezy. New issue of the Deadliest Class. Deadly Class. New Department of Truth, one of her best-selling comics. Just love this. Dirtbag Rapture. Too funny. All right, the evil boy. He's back. Bunch of variant covers, just like it's 1993. That's a Ninja Turtles homage. Maybe we snuck one of the more black and white limited, an Amazing Spider-Man homage. Pretty cool. 1993. How old was I? New Firepower. This is cool. This is like this is like the artist edition of this issue. There was like a fun gimmick where Rob Liefeld had a bunch of different artists draw this book, and so there was like a cool mix of like, you know, just like vets, industry vets, and like underground people or like small press. I wouldn't say small press, but you know what I mean. Like had really great creators and artists do this, and it was really fun for me to flip through. And then now I'm even more excited to see like the kind of like original art version of that. So Gotham City Villains Anniversary Giant. So 100 pages of villainy, I guess. That's a pretty cool cover. I'll have to look into that. Someone tell me who that is so I don't have to look. That would be cool. New issue of Hardware. So a cool cover. So we goofed, and Marvel sent us a little note that said, "Do not put this Hawkeye issue out until November 30th." And we are now obeying our command. But we showed it off last week. We pulled it before it went out for sale. Marvel.com, Marvel Comics. So don't come knocking on my door, trying to shut me down. Human Target number 2, pretty cool. The Joker annual. Justice League Dark annual. The end of the month. They got to put some comics out. This one seems pretty. I got a lot of messages about this one. So we've only got the 2 copies left, but I wonder if something happens in it. I wonder if there's something that happens in this comic that's got people abuzz. So you made it to like the end of the video. That's your tip. Here's that kids comic that I like. Magic Order, New Maniac of New York series. One of a big seller for us. We'll see if they can keep the momentum going with this new miniseries. Marauder is pretty much the consistent like best X-Men book that comes out. I think that this is the final issue of the Marvels, but I'm not sure. New issue of the Me You Love in the Dark, New Mutants, annual. That means they publish them once a year. It's like a bonus book. X-Men, Rabin, Spawn's back. He's never went away, but people, we can't keep the Spawn in stock, so we just order so much Spawn. It's like it's 1991, 92. All right, it was sort of a light week, and yet I'm still running out of steam. This was supposed to come to us last week, but it did not show up. So it missed the actual local comic shop day event, but we got it for sale now. Come by, pick up that shiny, shiny comic like it's 1995. Venom Number Two. Read the first one first. I ran out of room at the end of this, so, you know, had to kind of make some choices. Got a new Wonder Girl. I think this is what goofed me up, was these big old Wonder Womans. Really cool art in these. So Wonder Woman Historia, very, very good art. And then this is Rob Liefeld returning to X-Force. So this is a fun little, like, what could have been. I think this was also something that we put out on the video last week, but did not sell, or not selling until this week. So sorry, Marvel Comics. Thank you for not shutting me down. All right, well, thanks so much, everyone. Please get in touch. The holidays are here. I will be here a lot, posting stuff, recommendations, ordering, special ordering. Thank you. Talk to you soon. Bye.